Special broadcast, and there's just so much to share. Before I begin, of course, I would like to call upon my Uchishta Ganapati so he may bless this live video cast, and because at the end of the day, the Shakti of Uchishta Ganapati is Neel Saraswati, who is none other than Tara. And we are talking about Kaushiki Amavasya and Tara Ratri. So you see how important Uchishta Ganapati becomes. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Ekadamsraya Hastimukhaya Lambodharaya Uchishta Mahatmane Ang Krong Ring Gang Ge Ge Swaha. Kaushiki Amavasya. Did you know that Kaushiki is actually a yogini? Thereby, on this particular day, I'll tell you the date, I'll tell you three very, very important totkas at the end of it. But did you know that the thing with Kaushiki Amavasya is that is the day Ma Durga did Kosh Parivartan, as in she changed her form from Durga to Kali. And this Kali form is known as Kaushiki. It is in one of the Sahasra Naams of Ma Kali as well. So Kaushiki is Kosh Parivartan Day. Kosh Parivartan Day for Adi Shakti, Parashakti, Mool Prakriti, Ma Durga. And as described in Sri Chandi, in Mahasaraswati Devi's story, it is mentioned that two asuras, Shumbha and Nishumbha, were causing havoc in all the lokas, okay? And they had done strict penance to the creator, Brahma. So they could not be killed or destroyed by any man or by any woman who was born from the mother's yoni. So Mahamaya Durga was also incarnated at that time. So there was no way that she could destroy Shumbha and Nishumbha. You see how it is always on the Kundalini Shakti, on the Devi Shakti to destroy asuras or demons. Asuras and demons being our lower selves, our lower propensities. Alright? So here we have in Sri Chandi, but before I begin, I want to do a quick announcement on Kaushiki Amavasya. Now, Tithi is falling from 13th late at 4:30 in the morning to about 15th at about 6 in the evening, 6:40ish. So the main Ghor Amavasya Kal that we will get is on the 14th. So I'm organizing a puja. As you know, I do pujas on my WhatsApp group for my students and clients. It's a group puja. Donation is only 11 USD. And in that you will get Tara Vandana, Asitang Bhaira Aradhana, and you will get a lot of good energies, infusion of positive energies. If you'd like to be a part of this group puja, then drop me an email or drop me a text on +917030258060, and I'll explain to you if you want to know how and what I will do. So with the announcement out of the way, remember that is India time 14th. So wherever you are, keep that in mind. If you want to be a part of the group puja, then drop me a text message or an email. Now, as described in the Sri Chandi, like I told you, this Ma could not kill, Ma Parashakti could not kill Nishumbha and Shumbha on her own accord. So thereby she did Kosh Parivartan. Kosh is in body. I've also explained the 5 koshas. Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. So she did Kosh Parivartan. And interestingly, Kaushiki Amavasya is a very powerful day for Panchamakaras, especially the Panchamakara that is Methun. Alright, that is sexual copulation, and this is a very esoteric, it's not, having sex is not sexual copulation or Methun during Kaushiki Amavasya. There are ways, and Shiva himself performed this particular kriya, and he wanted to perform this with Ma Durga, but Ma Durga had very maternal feelings happening inside of her. She wasn't interested in becoming naked to do the kriya. So thereby, when she refused Mahadev, he was very upset, because this particular Methun kriya on Kaushiki Amavasya has been going on. Shiva is Adi Guru of Tantra. So this particular kriya of Methun during Kaushiki Amavasya is happening since time immemorial. So he was very upset that Ma would not, sit with him and do this kriya. So thereby she performed Kosh Parivartan. Kosh Parivartan, and she became Ma Kali. And then she performed the rites of Methun with Bholenath. So this night is so special, because we have all of this, the birth of Ma Tara. This night is also known as Tara Ratri. So we had the birth of Ma Tara during this particular tithi. So it's very sacred for, and of course I told you Kaushiki is also a yogini. So a very good day to also take yogini initiation or start my WhatsApp courses. If you're interested, again, drop me a text or an email. So basically only a woman who was not born from a yoni could destroy Shumbha and Nishumbha. Alright, and Adi Shakti, I told you, was incarnated as Ma Menka's child. So she couldn't be the one to kill Shumbha, Nishumbha. Basically, another story goes, is very interesting mythological story, that after Daksha Yagya, Ma Durga had become dark. Alright, so Bholenath would call her Kali, right? And she was kind of, a bit pissed off or upset by this. She didn't want to be called Kali, alright? But he would keep calling her Kali. So basically what happened is, when the Shumbha and Nishumbha, the 2 demons, when they started their torture and their sadism, then all of the Devatas, the Kinnaras, the Gandharvas, they all came to Kailash. And they wanted to live with Ma and Bholenath, because they could not go back and nobody could destroy the demons. So it was kind of a no-show. So this is when Shiva, he addressed Ma Durga as Kali. And this really upset her in front of everybody, possibly jokingly, because, she was of the complexion of the silvery hue of a full moon. So obviously she was upset, and so she headed off to do sadhana right in front of Manas Sarovar. And there, after very powerful tapas, she bathed in the Manas Sarovar, and then she came out and she had regained her complexion. So she had become of the complexion of the silver hue of a full moon. Alright, and all those the remaining black soot, right? Because from Daksha Yagya she had become almost like as if she was bathed in ashes. Smashan Vasani. So all the black soot, right, that remained, from that black soot emanated the most beautiful feminine figure. And this Kosh Parivartan happened on Kaushiki Amavasya. Alright? And this Tithi is so sacred to all who are Shaktas, Kolas. This is a day to celebrate the emanation of the divine feminine. Alright? And Ma Kali was then naked, because Ma Kali is Digambari. She was naked and she would sit next to Mahadev on Nandi, and this is a very esoteric symbology of Ma Kali sitting on Shiva's lap on Nandi, and they are in sexual copulation or methun. Now this particular image used to be available in Tarapit. You could buy this, although it's not advisable for grihastis to keep in the house, but it used to sell. Nowadays it does not sell anymore. This very good and esoteric image of Ma Kali Methun Rata with Bholenath on Nandi. So anyway, this Kaushiki Amavasya Tithi is so sacred because it is also Ma Tara's Avirbhav, which is emanation. Ma Tara emanated on this day. So people who are looking to engage in Shakta Tara sadhana, not the Buddhist Vajrayana way, but in the Shakta Tantric way of Bengal, if you're interested, then you can drop me an email to learn Tara sadhana. So this Tara Ratri, right, our Tantric masters of Bengal, Bama Khapa Baba and a host of others, Shama Khapa Baba, many of these very powerful Shakta Tantrics have taught us that during Tara Ratri, during Kaushiki Amavasya, there opens a portal. And this portal opens to all the worlds, Bhur Bhuva, okay, Bhurlok, Bhuvalok, and also Patal Lok and Swarga Lok. So depending upon your propensity, depending upon your temperament, your gunas, sattva, rajas, tama, depending upon that, you can invoke energies and not only attain artha and calm, but you can also achieve moksha. This particular day is one such day. So the puja that I will be doing Yogini puja as well as Ma Tara puja, and before Ma Tara puja I will be doing Asitang Bhairav puja. So remember that in a way in the modern world we would understand that this day as Tara Ma's birthday, and Tara Ma is associated to Paravak. I told you in the Dasha Mahavidya pantheon we have 3 goddesses associated with speech. Ma Tara, Ma Bhagavati. Okay, thank God. I was just about to end the live. I wasn't sure if we would be back or not. So, like I said, that Matangi is none other than Neel Saraswati, who is none other than Tara. So these 3 goddesses are the expression Adi Shakti, Parashakti, all the Dasha Mahavidyas. Alright? So do not think of them as separate goddesses. They are one and the same. But each form of the goddess and the same. But each form of the goddess has a distinct role, a distinct role, portrays an archetype. So speech, Tara represents speech as the primordial logos. Alright? Speech is paravak. Bagala is more the stambhan side of speech. So when you need to take the dramatic pauses, everything about speech is the dramatic pause. If you just keep on speaking, then no one is going to be impressed. The best speakers understand the rhythm of speech and they understand the dramatic pause. Alright? So this is very important to understand with Bagala is that dramatic pause, that's stambhan. So when you speak, hello. So when you speak, you know what to say, of course, but you also know when you need to take that pause to get your point across in a more lucid manner. So, as I told you that Shakta Tantrics Matara. Okay. So I don't know why this stupid thing is going on crashing. So it looks like one of those days. We have so many planets in retrograde. It's totally Mise Dane. After all, I'm here talking about her. So I better look presentable. So hello, thank you. So Mai has sent me looking how I should look. So you guys at least watch the live and at least know the miracle of Kaushiki Amavasya. And believe me, it is indeed a miraculous day. And Shakta Tantrics of Bengal have taught us that the portal opens on the Tithi of Kaushiki Amavasya. And this is when you can access the highest of the high energies, Adi Shakti herself. And you can also access demonic energies. Okay, really bad, it's such a banal word, but really demonic energies are accessible too. So remember that a lot of black magic is done on this day. A lot of people do black magic because Tantra is something that was made for the welfare of people, Jana Kalyan. But sadly, in this day and age, because of people wanting to earn money unethically, Tantra has become like a way to curse people, a way to do black magic, a way to do some horrendous things and call it magic or Tantra. I have myself seen in Tarapeeth that people would come and they would offer animal sacrifice in the most vicious ways. And not only that, there are tantrics who would take birds and they would dip them in ghee and they would put it in the fire, live birds. So this is, show me a text in any of the tantras where such a prayog is given. It's not, this is not the path of Tantra. This is a way to impress people. I don't know why it would impress people because it absolutely breaks my heart to even speak about it. I don't know why it would impress people, but there are obviously people who come for the show of it all, the show that the Tantra brings, the show that Tantrics bring, and all of that, eating glass and killing animals, and that is not Tantra. Cursing someone, hexing someone, that is not Tantra. Tantra was made for Lok Kalyan. That is why Devadidev Mahadev, he even made this system for Lok Kalyan. If people are using it in the wrong way, if people are doing malicious things, that is not tantra. Do not get attracted to that. By harming or sacrificing someone else, you are not going to gain anything. By taking someone's life away, you do not hope to gain anything. Okay, if anything, sacrifice is of your lower self, sacrifice is of your lust, of your anger, of your baseness, of your, jealousy, of your apathy. If anything, that is the sacrifice that you need to give in the fire, in the Havan. So, Ma Tara is also the Devi whose beej is Pranav or Om. Aum. Aum. Just doing this will greatly help you on this particular tithi. Or Ma's beej is Ain. Ain. Aim, aim, aim. Alright? These are the two easy things that you can do. Beej sadhana. Of course, her beej is Stream, but it was actually Trim. Trim Taravai Namaha. Om Trim Taravai Namaha. But it was cursed by Vashisht, and I've already written about the curse of Vashishta and Mahachinachar and Vamachar Padwatis to gain Tara Siddhi. I've already written about that in my ebook on Srividya Introduction. So the thing is that Trim was her beej, but it was cursed. And then ultimately when Vashishta, and cursed by Vashishta, then ultimately when Vashishta did Mahachinchar and got Mahasiddhi, that is when he created the beej Stream. And the mantra that I teach is Hreem, Stream, Hum, Phat. Hreem, Stream, Hum, Phat. See how she's smiling? See? Hreem, Stream, Hum, Phat. Hreem, Stream, Hum, Phat. This is the Vidya that I teach of Ma Tara, if you're interested. So for a nanosecond, the portal opens and there is an outpouring of divine energies, demonic energies. You can do magic for self-transformation. You can correct all doshas. And in the end, I'll be talking about a Grihastha Puja Vidhi that I'll teach everybody, whoever's interested to do something basic that day. I'll be teaching that, and I'll be giving 3 crazy totkas for Kaushiki Amavasya, tried and tested people. So stick around to the very end if you want to make the most of this Kaushiki Amavasya. Remember that the portals are open. So depending upon your guna, sattva, rajas, tamas, you will attract such energies. So therefore it is imperative that you try to channel divine energies. Alright, this is very important. So on this day, on Kaushiki Amavasya day, any mantra that you do, if you do it correctly, then you can gain Siddhi. On this day, it is such a day. I'm not kidding. Alright? So, very, very auspicious, very sacred day. And this is on the 14th India time, all day on the 14th. Basically, this Exactly, it falls on 13th of September 2023 at 4:32 a.m. Bombay time. And the tithi continues or till the 15th till 6:30 p.m. So 15th we won't get whole night. So it's not the Ahoratri. Ahoratri tithi is only on the 14th all night. This is when her puja is done. On the 14th I will be doing the group puja. So there. And it's a Thursday. And do you know why Thursdays are so special for Matara? Especially when Kaushiki Amavasya is on a Thursday. It's because Tara is Brihaspati's Mahavidya. Matara, the second Mahavidya, is associated to Jupiter or Brihaspati. See all those yellow flowers over there? Each sanctified with a mantra. So for people who have any guru related complications, this is definitely a day to offer prayers to Matara. So if you want to be a part of my group puja, text me +917030258060 on WhatsApp. But please don't keep calling me non-stop. I don't answer if you call me. Just text me on WhatsApp whenever I'm free. I'll get back to it. ASAP. So on this particular tithi, as I said, that people will be doing black magic, people will be doing harmful magic, hexes, curses, Vashikaran, Uchatan, Vidveshan, all of that is going to happen. Maran Kriyas also. Most dark tantrics, they wait for Kaushiki Amavasya to put all these dark spells. Because I told you that the portal is open, there's tremendous energy that is available. So what are you going to do with that energy? Are you going to go towards moksha, or are you going to hurt somebody? Because for whatever reasons, you want to hurt someone and you want to curse someone. But remember that if you hold so much bitterness that you want to harm someone, ultimately you will suffer. Best, if you feel like cursing someone, best to let it go on this particular day. You can write it down on a piece of paper, whatever's your hurt, whatever you feel like you've been wronged, and you can circle that and you can write Hring, String, Hung, Phat all around the circle, and you can burn it. Mai always listens. If you want to let go of hatred, if you want to find forgiveness, this is indeed a very good day to do that. Like I told you, that tons of energy. What you do with that energy, or whether you decide not to use it at all, although Tararatri is on a Thursday, then that's entirely up to you. But if you want to listen to me, do not waste this day, do not waste this time. Okay, even if you can't do puja by yourself, even if you don't know the correct Padpati, of course it's the best day to take initiation in Tara Vidya. But say you don't know, you can't do it for some reason, then please be a part of my group puja, for I will be with total love and dedication. I will be doing a very, very long ritual for which I am barely charging anything. So drop me a text, and you can also decide to do Yogini initiation on this day, or begin the Yogini WhatsApp course. We'll get to Yoginis a bit later, because after all, Kaushiki is a Yogini. She is amongst the pantheon of Yoginis. So, tantric pujas galore that day. It's amazing. If people who have only been initiated in Uchishta Ganapati, definitely spend the night in sadhana. Definitely. Do kavach as many times as you can. I will of course be doing my Uchishta Ganapati kavach and puja as well. Now, did you know that, the Buddhists also have their own understanding of Matara? So it's indeed a very sacred day for Buddhists, not only for Shakta Tantrics but also for Vajrayana Buddhists. It's a very interesting story about Tara's Avirbhav actually. When the Shirasagara, the churning of the Shirasagara was happening, and the Asuras were on one side and the Devas were on one side, and they were like churning with Vasuki, and they were churning. And there was a Himalaya Parvat, the Sumeru. And then what happened was, before anything auspicious could come, there arose a deadly poison. A poison so potent and so powerful that it could completely annihilate creation. It could destroy creation. And nobody had any way to control it. Not Brahma, not Vishnu. So Vishnu decided that only Devadidev Mahadev knows how this can be controlled. So they go to Mahadev, and Bholenath, without thinking, consumes the halahal. And the halahal is it's possibly antimatter. Okay, we have matter and we have the creation of antimatter. So scientists are unable to find the antimatter. Okay, because if matter is created, then antimatter is also created at the same time. So where is all that antimatter? It was consumed by Devadidev Mahadev as halahal. Without even thinking about it, he consumed it. So great was his love for what Brahma had created. So great was his love for what Vishnu had sustained. Without thinking, even for a nanosecond, Mahadev consumed the halahal. And as he consumed the halahal, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar were supposed to create matter, not antimatter, because this is how this universe was supposed, as they say in Jenga, that's how the blocks were supposed to tumble. So antimatter was not a part of the equation, because matter and antimatter cannot be with each other. They will destroy each other. They will eradicate one another. So something had to be done about that antimatter, and that was consumed by Mahadev as halahal. And the pain that it brought him, instantly his throat chakra became blue. Throat chakra is blue, but his whole neck became blue. That's why he was known as Neelkant. And he was in a lot of pain, and nobody could do anything to help him. That is when Adi Shakti became Ma Tara, and she breastfed Devadidev Mahadev. He became a little boy and he crawled into her lap, and she held him and she breastfed him. So this, firstly, breastfeeding is a process by which we sustain ourselves as a species. Alright, and not only that, breastfeeding releases oxytocin and dopamine in the mind in the brain of the mother. And this is known as the bonding chemical. So you can imagine that when Tara, she breastfed Devadidev Mahadev, and he became a little Batuk Bhairav. And that is when the burning sensation within subsided. So this is what Tara stands for. This is what Tara means. Tarani. Tarani as in somebody who will take the Naya and paras. That means she will take us in the boat of life through the turbulent samsaric seas, and she will safely take us to our destination. This is the energy of Tara. So imagine how much she loved Lord Shiva, that she, Adi Shakti herself, cleansed his pain with her breast milk. So this is the story of Tara and her Bhairav. Such a powerful connection they have. Such a mother she is. Tarini, Bhavatarini. Tara also means star. The guiding star, the guiding north star of our lives, Ma Tara. And on this day, people who don't know anything about sadhana, then simply I will be explaining a puja vidhi right now. And I'll be explaining it so you can make notes. And you can do this very simply. You don't need to be a tantric. You don't need to be even initiated. Okay, if you feel pulled towards the energy of Ma Tara, then this pujan vidhi is very, very simple and anybody can do it. So first things first is light 2 diyas, not candles. Please don't ask me that, can I substitute this for this, or can I do this? I don't know. If you don't have it, then just skip it, okay? But for those who want to follow the procedure, I will outline it for you. So light 2 diyas, til ka diya, sesame oil, okay? And it should face Ma Tara and one should face you. Alright, so you, and when you are doing this on Kaushiki Amavasya, do not do it in an altar full of other gods. So create a space, take a pidi or a stool, put a red asan on it, place Ma Tara's picture. This is Tara Peet, Shakti Peet, Tara Peet. This is how she is visualized there. So put her separately. On her left, you can put a shivling, or if you have Bhairav's murti, then you can put on the left Bhairav. And on the right, always Ganpati. Ma's son, no. Ma's favorite son, Ganpati, always on the right. But her asana on Kaushiki Amavasya should be alone, only with Bhairav on her left, okay? Ganpati should be placed in another pidi. Alright? So light tel ka tel. If you want to light ghee, then you can light ghee. But what we were taught, what the Tara Peet tantrics do is they always offer til to Ma. Til is something she really likes. So til. Alright? And then you lay out to take the pidi, you clean the pidi nicely. You can even paint it red if you have, just an old stool and you don't want to use it because it's old. No worries, just scrape it down, get some nice paint and paint it red. If you are artistic, you can make designs on top or whatever. But if you're not, just paint it red neatly, not clumpily. So get a paint, ask someone who has painted furniture wood before and they'll be able to guide you. So then you put an asan. Now each of these activities of putting the asan, shuddhikaran, all of them have mantras. But this video, I'm not going into each and every mantra for everything. Even when you light the diya, there's a mantra. Okay, how do you prepare Vishesharga water? There's a long process to prepare Vishesharga water. We're not going into the complexities of ritualistic puja. This puja vidhi is for people who don't have all the ingredients, who want to do a very simple puja on Kaushiki Amavasya. And as I said, I'm doing a puja for all my students and clients. If you'd like to be included, donation is only 11 USD. you can text me or email me, and we can work from there. So this is very important that you put a red asan, no other color. Please don't ask me, can I put a blue or can I put this? No, only red asan. Okay, and once you prepare the asan, you keep her picture and you keep the yantra in front, just like how I have placed. I don't know if you can see it, the yantra in front of her. Okay, Ghat Sthapana will happen also in front. Shivlingam will be moved to her left. With I also have Bhairav there. So Bhairav and Shivlingam will go to the left. Ganpati will be on her right. And the yantra, which I have already done Pranat Pratishtha today for Matara. I told you that if you get the Medu, you can do all pujas and the Medu. You can just put a picture of any Devta or Devi and you can invoke them in the Medu. Ma's Charan Jugal is also available, Matara's Charan Jugal, so that one also you can work with if you want. Alright, so the thing is that you take a copper lota then and fill it up with clean drinking water. If you don't have Ganga Jal, listen, all of this is done with Ganga Jal. If you don't have Ganga Jal, just say Ganga, Yamuna, Chaiva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalasmina, Sannidhima, Kuru. 3 times with Ankush Mudra. You can just dip it in like this, just a little bit on the top. And Ganga, Yamuna, Chaiva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalasmina, Sannidhima, Kuru. 3 times and invoke Ma Ganga in your Kalash. Okay, and thereby you have Ganga Jal. And for the students who have gone higher up in the Sri Vidya level, you know how to prepare Vishesh Arga water. And just that Vishesh Arga water, if you don't have Ganga Jal, you use that Vishesh Arga water. Alright, now you keep that in a lota, a copper lota. And in that bath water, after you've got clean water, you have to add saffron, aguro, rose water, a pinch of camphor, a pinch of ashtagandha, and then stir. Stir, if you don't have a copper stirrer, stir with your finger again, Ankusha Mudra, you can stir with. Alright, then say you have a picture, alright, make sure it's laminated, otherwise you won't be able to do this. So take a cleaned cloth, white, muslin, cotton cloth, dip it in this bath water mix that you have created. Then, take out the excess water, squeeze out the excess water and wipe her nicely, front and back. Okay, so you need lamination because otherwise you won't be able to do this. Okay, you wipe nicely and then you place the image back on the altar that you have created. Alright, now for the Medu, alright, bathe the Medu after that with milk if you are non-vegan. And if you're vegan, you can use cashew milk. You can even make almond milk at home. Alright, make sure the constitution is thick. Alright, so first do Abhishek with milk and then do Abhishek with Alta. Alta is a red liquid that's available in Bengal, and I get it from my mom, I get it sent over, so I don't know where you can buy Alta. If you don't have Alta, skip it, alright. Then put Alta, then put Ganga Jal again with Aguru and rose water, alright. Again do Abhishekam of the yantra nicely. Then remove the yantra from the dish that you were doing Abhishek on and wipe the yantra nicely. Alright, and put it back on another plate. Alright, and you can put some rice akshat and put it, layer it nicely, and you can put the yantra on the akshat. So this is done. Now all that milk, remember that you did Abhishek with the milk, the Alta. Make sure you get organic Alta, non-chemical Alta. Alright, so you've got the milk, you've got the Alta, you've got the agadu, rose water, all of that. You've got the mix, right? So what to do with the mix? Just sprinkle a little bit on your head, not too much, and the rest put it in the roots of a hibiscus plant. Now, I don't have hibiscus plant. Then put it in any plant if you don't really have an option. If you do, then put it in the roots of a hibiscus plant or a rose. Okay, any plant that is connected to Shakti will be better. So I'm going to put it in my hibiscus pot. Then after you've put back the yantra right, then take sindoor, mix it and put it on her forehead and put it on the yantra on top like this. I don't know if you can see, I've put it's all red there, but I have put sindoor on top of the yantra. And also under the yantra, put sindoor, put some akshat and put some rakta chandan. Alright, red sandalwood powder. Put some rakta chandan. Alright, and also put some ashtagandha on the head and also put some rakta chandan on the head. Again, ankusha mudra, first sindoor, ashtagandha, rakta chandan, or rakta chandan, ashtagandha. Alright, 3 times. Now offer akshat properly to yantra, nicely, all, not the layer at the bottom, but offer the rice. You can mix the rice with turmeric and kumkum. I will be using Kamakhya Sindoor that day. Today also I have used Kamakhya Sindoor. So I've got some Kamakhya Sindoor and that's what I will be using. So after that, Ghata Sthapana. Alright, Ghata Sthapana, you need to do Mangal Chinya, which is like, I will do it on a piece of paper and show you guys. I don't have my Ghata Sthapana. I didn't do that. So you need to do the Mangal Chinya and you need to put 5 dots with Ankush Mudra. Even the drawing of the Mangal Chinya, it's actually like a figure, a stick figure with a head, a stick body, 2 stick legs and 2 stick hands like that, okay? And then 5 dots on top, Panchadhatu, Panchabhut. Alright, also the 5 elements. Now after this, you put some akshat or rice in the ghat with water. Remember, this is Vishesharga water. So if you don't know how to prepare Vishesharga water, you just do Ganga, Yamuna, Chaiva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalasvina, Sannidhima, Kuru 3 times with Ankush Mudra, and then you put the akshat in the jal also. Now I always put silver coins. So if you want, you can put silver coin, and also silver is connected to Jupiter. So that's an energy that works very well with Matara's Ghata Sthapana. Now get 5-leaved mango, that what we call ampatta, with 5 leaves. Alright, then the sindoor again with Ankush Mudra, put dots on them. Okay, now there are 2 ways to put a dot. You can put 1 dot in the middle of each of these ampannas, or you can do 3 dots. So 1 dot at the root, 1 dot in the middle, and 1 dot at the top. Alright, of those 5-leaved ampatta that you need to get. You could tell any puja phool guy person, they'll be able to guide you. Now you need 1 pan leaf now. And again on the pan leaf, you can put 3 dots or 1 dot in the middle, or 3 dots, 1 at the stem, 1 in the middle, 1 at the tippity top of the pan. And then you put that pan leaf on top. Maybe I will be doing puja, so it's not always possible for me to show this, so because I'll be very busy that day in puja, I don't know if I could show this, but I think a practical would be pretty amazing of this. So you put that ampanna, and then you put 1 pan on top with 3 dots, and then you put 1 bel patta, but bel patta cannot be damaged in any way, because if it is, don't put it. It's better you don't put it. So you put the bel patta on each of those pattas, so 3 bel pattas always come together. So 1 dot of sindoor on that too. Now on top of that, you need 1 nariyal. Nariyal with water, not dried coconut, but coconut with water. You know how you get in tropical countries, coconut with water. You need that, and that needs to have a stem. Now you place that coconut, and again you need to do Mangal Chinya. Okay, so Mangal Chinya drawing, if you're interested to learn, about all this, then drop me an email or a text. Now then get a copper plate, alright, and in that copper plate take some Ganga Mati, which is clay of Ganges, and then you put 5 dots of Sindoor again with Ankush Mudra, 5 dots, okay, and there's something called Pancha Shorshe, 5 grains, and Durba, put them on the clay. Now this, you need to go to any puja shop and get something called Panchaguri. Alright, put the Panchaguri on the Durba and then decorate with flowers all around. Remember, all this is happening on a copper plate. So decorate all of this and then put that ghat with that coconut on top. Boom. And then put a cloth or a churni, what we call, something nice like a churni. It can even be a sari if you can place it. So put the churni on top and a chandamara, which is like, decorations that we put in the ghat. It's called Mara. Okay, if you can find it, you can get it in any puja shop, I'm sure. Now, and put 1 thread, which is known as poite, the thread, alright, on top, and then decorate with mala, the ghat. Alright, if you have hibiscus, red hibiscus, that is the best. Now, also on the right side of the picture, put Chandamara, and also on the picture you can put churni and mala and all of that. You can also put pan mala, so you can close the pan, put a clove and an elaichi in the pan. Put the elaichi in the pan with some camphor, then close the pan, stick a clove, and then like that you can make like 54 pans like that, and you just string them along. But remember, you can't string them with a needle. It has to be done with something wooden. Alright, so you can get the stick from a pomegranate tree or a banyan tree. And then you can make the pan leaves, and you can make that mala. You can also make a lemon mala. Alright, 21 lemons or 54 or 108. And then you put that on the picture, on the image. Alright, now on the right side you have to give Shringar. So all of this, whatever you want to give in Shringar, lipsticks, or definitely Sindoor is there, Alta is there. We give in Bengal Shakha, Pola and Noa, 3 things. Whatever you want, you can give bangles, Kachka bangles or whatever. Now get another plate, alright, and you put 1 pan leaf on that plate. And again a dot, 3 dots or 1 dot. Put 1 supari, 1 silver coin on that. And this is very, very important. This goes as offering, right? And also put Rakta Chandan on the supari. Again, all with Ankush Mudra. So now offerings are going to be given. So whatever you want to offer Guru, you start with that. You can offer mantra also. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama, Agyana Timiranandasya Gyana Gyan Jalakaya, Chakhurun Militang Yena, Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama. Alright? So you say that, you can do Mrigi Mudra and offer to Guru, whatever it is, the supari, the pan and the camphor. And then after that, you need to offer to Ganesh. And I've always said Ganesh on any Kola puja is on the right. Alright, and my light seems to be really fluctuating. That's bizarre. Ganesh is always on the right. Okay. So then again, take some, and to Guru also you can take some flowers, some belpatta, durba, some akshat, and with mantra you can give Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. You can just put it there in front of Ma only. Alright, if you have your Guru's picture, that's fine. You can offer it directly to your Guru's picture. Now, after this, Ganesha's offerings again, same flower, durba, and all of that. And very simple, easy mantra. Om ete gandha pushpe Ganeshadi Panchadevataye Namaha. Because before doing Dasha Mahavidya Puja, Panchadevata must be appeased. That's why I do a very special workshop where I teach you how to do Panchadevata Puja on the Shivlingam or on the Sri Meru. Panchadevata Puja. Before you delve into the specificities of sadhana, Panchadevata sadhana must be done certain amount of times. So, Om ete gandha pushpe Ganeshadi Panchadevataye Namaha. So this is one mantra where you can offer to all the Panchadevatas. Panchadevatas are basically Ganesh, Vishnu, Mahadev, Durga and Surya. This is the Panchadevatas that must be propitiated before any complex tantric ritual. So without going saying Om ete gandha pushpe Ganeshadi Namaha Vishnuve Namaha, okay, Shivaya Namaha, Durgavai Namaha, Suryavai Namaha, you just say Om ete gandha pushpe Ganeshadi Panchadevataye Namaha. And after this comes Bhairav Puja. So Bhairav mantra for Asitang Bhairav, because Tara's consort is Asitang Bhairav. So Asitang Bhairav mantra is not revealed like that. If you're interested, drop me a text if you want to learn more. Or you can use a simple mantra, Om ete gandha pushpe Asitang Bhairavaya Namaha. Alright? So before the Mahavidyas, Bhairav must be propitiated, otherwise Devi does not take puja. So Bhairavnath has to be propitiated. So Om ete gandha pushpe Asitang Bhairavaya Namaha. And the same, do not offer white flowers to Bhairav. Bhairav's always red. You can offer blue aparajitas. Now after this comes a very, very important part of Tara Puja, that especially the Shakta Tantrics of Bengal, this is a step that we cannot miss. After Bhairav Puja, we do Bama Khapa Baba's Puja. Now Bamdev is known as the most favorite child of Ma Tara. He himself was Bhairav incarnate. Alright, so after this, one must worship Bama Khapa. You can go online and you can find his picture. He's got a very illustrious life of sadhana and connection to Mat Tara. Alright, so, and he always sits on her left. So if you can print out a picture, or you can just visualize him. Om Tara Peet Bhairav Shri Bamadevaya Namaha. Or you can also say Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Tara Peet Bhairav Shri Bamadevaya Namaha. And he has a long pranam mantra, which maybe I'll read out in a separate video, but I don't want to confuse everybody, so just do this. Alright. Now, after this, take Rakta Chandan, a flower, durba, bel patta, and offer it in the ghat. Alright, the ghat with the coconut and all, offer there. If you can, offer one lotus or padma, pink lotus, especially on Kaushiki Amavasya. It's amazing if you can do that. 3 Pushpanjalis will have to be given. Pushpanjali mantras are again huge. So, I'm not going to chant them here. If you want to learn more, you can drop me an email. Of course, Sarvamangale Mangalye Shive Sharvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namastute. Alright, there are many, many pranam mantras. But if you want to learn more, please, you're always welcome. So people who want to offer something to Jupiter, offer besan ki laddu to Matara on this day, yellow flowers, and you can do Brahm, 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 Bream. Bream actually is a very powerful mantra of Guru Brihaspati. Bream, Om, Bream. So by just saying Om Bream, you can also do 108 times. Alright? So this day you can get Jupiter balance. People who have Jupiter as an important planet, or Jupiter holds a lot of power in your natal chart, definitely a day to do this. Blue Aparajita flowers always offer Matara, and then comes Bhog. Okay, so for Bhog again, you can put you can take any sweets, 5 different types of sweets, 5 different types of fruits. You can make payasam, and you can offer them either on a plate, or you can offer them on pan with kapoor, a pinch of edible camphor on top. Make sure it's edible camphor, please, and don't put a lot, just a teeny tiny bit. Okay, because camphor can be poisonous if it's not bhimshemni camphor. So be very careful that it is edible camphor indeed that you're offering. So on the bhogs, you can take 5 types of sweets, 5 types of fruits, or 3 types. Don't take 2 or just 3 or 5. Alright, or 9. 9's good. Now, first bhog will go to Ganesh, Panchadevata, then Bama Kheppa, then Bhairav, and finally Matara. So keep that in mind. Roshogollas are Bengali round, white, sugary, syrupy things that we Bengalis are actually the best sweet makers in the world. Okay, we make the best sweets in the world. So, Ma Tara is pretty popular with the Bengali population. So thereby, she likes all our sweets. So you can just go to a store that sells Bengali sweets, and you can get any and every kind of sweet that she likes. Mihidana, Shita Bhog, laddus of course, but Roshogollas are her fave. Payesh or payasam you can make like with dry fruits, rice, okay, or simoy you can make that with rava simoy, you can make that with. And make sure that all of these fruits, you put a tiny dot of Rakta Chandan on them. Again, get good quality Rakta Chandan and just put little dots on them. And make sure you offer water. If you don't have little copper vessels for all of them, then just offer them in one. Panchadevabhya, Asitanga Bhairo, Mama Kheppa, Mai offer in one only, and say, I'm sorry, I have only one. Oh my god, someone decided to call me now. Oh my god, yucks. Sorry, that was possibly bad if you're listening with headphones. My god, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. So after that, then offer some flowers on the bhog, just tiny bits. If you have roses, like put two petals of rose flower. Put a bel patta first. Put 2 petals of the rose and some camphor on the bhog. Okay, that's how you offer bhog to devtas. And after bhog, then starts the mantra ucharan and all of that. So ring sring hung phat, 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 ring string hung phat, ring string hung phat. You can say ring string hung phat also. Ring string hung phat, ring string hung phat, ring string hum. Phat. Alright, so this is the mantra that you do. Ideally, 11 malas at least. Hrim Srim Hum Phat. Hrim Srim Hum Phat. Hrim Srim Hum Phat. Then you can, put the tempo up. Hrim Srim Hum Phat. Hrim Srim Hum Phat. Hrim Srim Hum Phat. Hrim Srim Hum Phat. Like that. It all depends on your own rhythm. So keep that in mind. And after this comes the Aarti. Aarti, again, specificities I'm not going to go into. And those of my students that do Tara Vidya with me, you all know Nyas and you all know your pranayams and your yoga kriyas before you start anyways. That's a given. I'm not going to mention it on the video. You guys will do your, in fact, Utkilanam done on this day is also very powerful. So if you are doing a mantra and you're not getting any benefits, Utkilanam can be done on this day. And you can successfully open the mantra up. So that's very possible. So as I said, Kaushiki Amavasya, Kaushiki is a yogini. She is one of the yoginis. So on this day, I'm doing a yogini puja on this day. And giving offerings to yoginis on this day. So if you want to be a part of my puja, text me. Donation is only $11. So, you get a lot of good, beautiful energy, sudden surcharge of energy. And it's beautiful on this day. Very, very sacred. 64 yoginis are prayed to. So people who do Shabad Vidya with me, you know what mantra to do first. Guru Sat Guru Hai Veer. Guru Sahib Simrao Badi Maat Singhi Toro Wan Ko Manno Kartara Sakal Guru Ka. Har Bache Gatta Pakru Jaag Chet Samaj Shri Paramhams. 64 योगिनी नाचे गाए माई की करे सेवा, माई प्रसन्न मुदत योगिनी बदल दे तेरा तेवा. 64 योगिनी नाचे गाए माई की करे सेवा, माई प्रसन्न मुदत योगिनी बदल दे तेरा तेवा. 64 योगिनी नाचे गाए माई की करे सेवा, माई प्रसन्न मुदत योगिनी बदल दे तेरा तेवा. This is the very Gupta Yogini Shabad mantra that I teach. Now for people, some of my students are going to Tarapeeth on this day. Do not touch the black Shila. কালো শিলাটা আছে ওখানে মা তারার নিচে, ওটা একেবারে হাত দেবে না, একেবারে। যারা যারা তারাপীঠে যাচ্ছেন, আমিও যাব তারাপীঠে শিগগিরই, কবে যাব জানি না, কিন্তু যারা যারা তারাপীঠে যাচ্ছেন একেবারে কালো শিলাতে হাত দেবেন না সেদিনকে, কোনোভাবে হাত দেবেন না। কালো শিলাটা গৃহস্থীরা হাত দিলে অনেক রকম অমঙ্গল হয়, তো একদম হাত দেবেন না। And for those of you that will plan to go to Tarapeeth one day, do not touch that black Shila that's there. Lot of amangal can happen. It's not for everybody to touch. It can have very, very detrimental effects on your life. So be very, very careful. Okay, in Tarapeeth, don't get caught with any tantric who says, or pandas who catch you and say, ise haath laga do. Mat lagao. Ekdam mat lagao. Ma Tara is such a Shakti that you need to be well prepared to be able to receive her. And that preparation comes through Utkilanam, through Ganesh mantra, through Bhairav upasana. It doesn't just come like that. To take Shakti on like that, it's not easy. Now also on this particular Kaushiki Amavasya, on this Tara Ratri, we believe our gurus and our Param Gurus have been telling the story that on this particular day, Devadidev Mahadev did a very special Methun Kriya with Mai. And the Panchamakaras, Methun is one of them. And for the Veera, Methun, this particular Methun Kriya is very, very important. You cannot not do this particular Methun on Kaushiki Amavasya in a specific way as given by your Guru. Your Bhairavi will also be given by your Guru. Alright, it is not just some random sexual encounter and say, I've done some tantric sex on Kaushiki Amavasya. That's not the Methun Kriya here. Actually, on this day, many yogini chakras and bhairavi chakras are formed, and rites of Methun are performed. Very, very good rites of Methun are performed. Now I told you about how, right, the Shiva or Mahadev started calling Ma Kali, Kali, because she was Durga, and her complexion was like the moon, right, the silvery hue of the full moon. So after Daksha Yagya, she became ashen, right? And so he started calling her Kali Kali, and she didn't like that, right? So he called her Kali in front of all the devatas that were present in Kailash. So she started doing tapas, and then after Kathor tapas, bathed in Manas Sarovar and regained her complexion. This is what the Janta or the uninitiated are told. That, oh, this is why Ma did Kosh. Stop it! This is why Ma did Kosh Parivartan, because Shiva called her dark. So Ma did Kosh Parivartan because of this, and she wanted to be fair. So again we see some kind of patriarchal, you know, leanings towards the story, but that is not the real story. That is a story that is told to the uninitiated. But the initiated are told, our gurus have told us, that this Kaushiki Amavasya, why did Ma do Kosh Parivartan? That's why it was called Kaushiki Amavasya. It's because Devadidev Mahadev wanted to do this Methun Kriya, and Ma was not having it because Ma was in that motherly vibe. She wasn't feeling the kind of sexual attraction for Devadidev Mahadev, and this pained him a lot. So that is why Ma Durga did Kosh Parivartan and became Ma Kali. Right? And this, after she became Ma Kali, and Ma Kali is Digambar, this is when they could complete successfully the Methun ritual. So this was the real reason why she became Kali that day on Kaushiki Amavasya. You know, mark and transfer. Durga is the mool of everything. Okay, Durga is the mool. Then Durga becomes all these other Vidyas and Mahavidyas and Siddha Vidyas. So it's like Ma is the main, and then she becomes all these. She becomes a lover, she becomes this, she becomes that, and all of this, right? So this is the real reason why Kaushiki Amavasya is celebrated in the tantric circles, because very secretive and very Gupta Kola Padhvati Methun Kriyas are done on this day. So basically that was it. And why did Ma Durga not want to do Methun right? I think because she had become a mother, and sometimes when you spend your life as a mom, then it's very difficult to again suddenly become a lover, because you spend a lot of time being a mother. So I think that is why, and I can totally understand that. That is why Ma did Kosh Parivartan. Simple. Now, a very occult picture used to sell in Tarapet, but now it's not available, of Ma Kali naked Methun Rata with Bholenath on Nandi. It's a very Gupta picture. Krishna Chandra Agam Bagish wrote a book called Adoroni Tantra, and in that book we find the sacred rites of Methun that is to be practiced in Kaushiki Amavasya. Alright? And this particular Adoroni Tantra Kriyas, they still happen in Shantiniketan, Birbhum, Bolpur Shantiniketan, the place of Rabindranath Tagore. There it's in Birbhum district in Bengal. That is where this Adoroni Tantra takes place even today. And you know, in Birbhum we have a very powerful Shakti Peeth. I went to it. It's known as Konkalitala. Konkal means skull. That's where Ma's skull had fallen, Konkalitala. I am looking for investors and producers who would want to invest in, to document, create a travel show, spiritual travel show, where I will be taking them to these very exclusive and secret and hidden Shakta mandirs all over. We'll start with Bengal and Maharashtra, and it's going to be crazy. So if you're a covert millionaire and if you're interested in the work that I'm doing and interested in spreading the word of the goddess, then if you want to produce this particular show, drop me an email or text me. So Konkalitala Shakti Peeth is so crazy. So many stories, so many mandirs that I've been to. So much to say actually. Not enough time, not enough peace of mind to just lay it all out and to just, you know, share that with you guys. And on this night in Kaushiki Amavasya, as Ma Kali and Devadidev Mahadev embraced each other and performed this very Gupta, the Tantric Methun Kriya, they became invisible to this world, right? And obviously this means that frequencies that eyes can't see. With this Methun Kriya, one can become of the frequency that is not visible with the human eye. So, very, very beautiful. When two became one on Kaushiki Amavasya, millions and millions of years ago, as old as time. Yogini Chakra Puja will be done. Many people will be doing in the Shakti Peeths and Kamakhya on this particular day in Kaushiki Amavasya. Yogini Chakra Puja will be done. I will be doing Yogini Yantra Puja with creating Yogini Yantra right here with rice powder. And I will be doing Yogini Yantra Puja and also doing Yogini Shabad Mantra. So, very, very cool stuff on Kaushiki Amavasya. A lot of bad people are going to be out trying to harm other people. Damru. My cat, his name is Damru. He's not my cat, actually, he's my son. Damru, come, I want to show you guys. His name is Damru of Mahadev. He's a little he's a total tiger. He's a Royal Bengal tiger. He's a Royal Bengal tiger. There he is. So you know the feline energy is very close to Shakti. That's why Ma Durga has her own Royal Bengal tiger. You know where I come from? We have Royal Bengal tiger. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Alright, so I completely forgot. See, I saw him and I was totally distracted. That's what my kids do to me. That's why Ma was totally being motherly and all these creations she's created. Oh, I'm a mom, oh my baby, oh my son. You know, she did not want to do any esoteric and occult Methun Kriya. That's why Kosh Parivartan, very simple. So all the dark tantrics who are out there to hurt other people, do not do it. I'm telling you, it's gonna cost you big time. Do not hex people. Do not wish anybody bad. Please cleanse yourself on this day. In fact, such auspiciousness is available on this day that you can correct any and all dosh, astrological dosh, how to balance Shani on this day, I'll get to that. So all dosh, planetary doshas can be removed, speech related complications can be removed, health related complications can be removed on this day, on Kaushiki Amavasya. Sorry. Now for students, I'm going to tell you a very nice totka. Okay, now mothers and fathers, if your kids are not studying, or if they are not concentrating, they are not studying, then go to any puja shop, ask them to give you dry kush and measure your hand, like, from here to here, measure it and cut that kush out, right? And cut that kush out, and when you are doing Ma's puja, place Ma's yantra on the kushasan. And after the puja on that day, you don't throw the kush out. You take 3 sprigs from there and you tie it with a red cloth, and you can use Hring Sring Hung Phat. Hring Sring Hung Phat Manila Sarasatwai Namaha. Hring Sring Hung Phat. Alright, like that. You can even, if you are initiated in Uchishta Ganapati, you can do Hasti Pishachi Leghe Swaha. Shri Neela Saraswati Sameta Shri Uchishta Ganapati Prasad Siddhyarthe Kaam Kare. Alright? You can just say it in English, honestly. That was possibly wrong because I said Hindi with Sanskrit. So I always say it in Bengali, in your mother tongue. Always. So this red string thing with the 3 kush, right? You tie it with the mantra 3 times. And then you place it on the desk of the child that doesn't want to study. And believe me, your child will want to study after this. I think my daughter is right there, and I did this for her, and I am going to do it again on Kaushiki Amavasya. So hopefully my kid will study too, and your kid will study too. Now, for instance, if he can close the door, Fall. For instance, if your husband's not interested in you, or he's out there doing some nonsense, texting women, or spending his money on women, not attracted to you, or porn addiction, things like that, what you need to do is you need to take a red cloth, alright, and put some sindoor in it. And the tithi starts when 13th, right? Early morning. So that day it was pretty much done. Don't bother about that day. 14th night, as your husband is about to sleep, you put this red cloth with the sindoor under his pillow. Let him sleep the whole night. Then you take it out from his pillow. Then for the next 3 days, you place it in your altar. And you do sankalpam and intention setting, visualizations, and do Ma's Reem Sreem Hum Phat. Reem Sreem Hum Phat. 108 times, 1 mala if you can. Alright, after sankalpam visualization, you do that 3 days, and then after the 3 days is over, then you just put that sindoor and come in front of your husband, and please tell me how it went. Believe me, it works like a magic. Now guys, you're going to get pissed that, oh my God, she didn't tell me any remedy for my wife. I'll tell you, the same thing goes for your wife, except you will not put sindoor, you will put camphor. So, make sure it's edible, high grade camphor. Put it in a red cloth and put it under your wife's pillow. Alright, if you don't want her to see it, then put it under the mattress. Same for the women. If you don't want your husband to see it, put it under the mattress. And now let your wife sleep. Okay, and this is happening on the 14th night, right? At least India time. Please check your own timings. It has to be that one night of Kaushiki Amavasya exactly. So then your husband is, your wife is sleeping on that camphor, right, that whole night. Then take up that camphor, put it in your altar for 3 days. And then again visualization and all of that, and sankalpam and Reem Sreem Hum Phat, Reem Sreem Hum Phat, Reem Sreem Hum Phat, 1 mala. 3 days, and then you burn the camphor. when your wife is there, make sure your wife is there. Don't burn it when your wife is not there. So when your wife is there in the evening, all bathed, clean, you know, in a nice mood, you take out that camphor and you light it and you just take it around the room where she sits first. And then you can take it out after, you know, her room is done. You can take it all around your house. And believe me, your wife is going to be quite impressed with you after this. Your wife, if she's got a boyfriend, the relationship will cut off. If your wife is not attracted to you, she may start getting attracted to you. So all in all, auspiciousness in your relationships can be had with these 3 totkas. Now for everybody, one final totka before I go. So, okay, if you have a problematic Saturn, like you're under Dhaya, or you're under Sadesati, or you're under a afflicted Shani, Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, or if you've got like Pitri Dosh, if you've got Shrapit Yog, all of this crap if you've got, okay, then this totka is amazing, believe me. So you take Sindoor, and I am going to do this too, and I'm going to use Kamakya Sindoor. You take Sindoor, take some black til, okay, and take a few drops of mustard oil, mix them together, nice paste, okay. Now 5 dots you have to put somewhere near your front gate. You can put it on the front gate if you can do it. If you can't put it on your front gate, then you can put it right, not on the floor level, okay. It has to be on top. So you can put tiny dots on top, right, also of the front gate. You can put it on the left side or the right side also. But best if you can put it on the gate itself. Alright. 5 dots, and believe me, not only with Shani Dev be balanced, till the next Kaushiki Amavasya that's happening in 2024, chill out and, you know, make money, have beautiful friends, have good relationships with people, look good, be attractive, you know, good vibes. People see you for who you are and they like you. You know, if there are certain things about you that need improvement happens, you know, all of this. So it's very easy. A bit of sindoor, a bit of kala til, mustard oil only. Please don't ask me, can I use til oil or can I? No, you have to use kacha ghani ka mustard oil, and then what we call shorshe tel, and then you mix it up. 5 tiny dots exactly on Kaushiki Amavasya, that night, in the night. And if you're doing sadhana, that puja that I explained, the puja vidhi, you do that and you do this. So before you do the puja, you can also keep this mixture ready, offer it to Mai and say that, you know, please, I'm going to do so and so totka, please let it work. Like I told you that kusa, alright, kusa you cut exactly as big as your palm, and you put Ma's yantra on that kusa. So all of this was, you know, a hodgepodge of archetype discussion, puja vidhi, totkas, Brihaspati balance and Tara mantra, Sitang Bhairav details, in the mythology of how Tara breastfed Mahadev and, you know, cleansed him from all the poison, that is the halahal. So I hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it, and because this Kaushiki Amavasya is so special, I had to come live. I had work, I had things to do, but I just took the time out and I had to be here to say to you guys, please consider becoming a member of the channel. Goes without saying. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I don't see too many comments except some like random comments, but discuss the work, discuss the things. Don't like write random comment, can I use this instead of this? No. And if you want to join my Uchishta Ganapati WhatsApp group, text me +91 7030258060, and yeah, and then I'll add you to the group, and boom, you can be a part of my life. And if you want to be a part of the puja that I'm doing, text me on the number +91 7030258060, and for $11 donation, you can be a part of this puja on Kaushiki Amavasya, where I'll be invoking Ganapati with Matangi, who is none other than Neela Saraswati, none other than Tara. I'll be invoking Asitang Bhairav. I'll be doing Abhishekam on my lingam, Matara Puja, and Yogini Puja, Yogini Yantra Puja. So if you also want a yantra, Yogini yantra, energized in your name, drop me an email. Take care. Namaste. Namaskar. Have a good evening, and definitely we'll see you soon. Thank you. Take care. Okay. Bye.